Friends, how are you doing? Welcome to my second baby channel here that I'm getting up and running. I really do appreciate everyone taking the time to click on the video. I want to talk about Sofi. I want to talk about Robinhood. Listen, before I talk about these stocks individually, I want to say this, that I believe that we are in a fundamental moment and shift in time with banking, with technology, and I really think this is a defining moment in a lot of people's investment life because, you look at Sofi, and you look at even Robinhood. These two companies undoubtedly are going after the bigger banks. These little banks, essentially, right now, that's what they are. Essentially, that's what we can break them down to be. That's what they want to be. That's what they're becoming. Sofi and Robinhood here, but they nonetheless are going to be top contenders here years down the road as they continue to push these bigger quarterlies, push into getting the younger generation, really push into their technology, what they're offering, and not be so much focused on these brick and mortar store, banks out there. They're really pushing into this other avenue that is working 100% with them with technology and going after younger crowds, making banking right in someone's hand, just available to people. My God, get a house loan through your phone. Making things a lot simpler than, I don't want to go talk to a banker. Can I just do this on my phone? For the newer generation. Well, these companies are focusing on that. And what you're seeing is these older banks because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to say any of them, because I don't want them to come after me, but a lot of them, their apps, they're just lazy. They're not pushing into what Sofi and Robinhood are going after. So I think there is a alternate universe here that we are going into, to where Sofi and Robinhood are becoming top predators, where they will have a lot more money on hand. They will have a lot more take, and we can see them buying up some other littler banks, coming out with their own ETF, stuff like that later in the future. With that too, there's no doubt about it that these two companies right now are competitors with each other. It is obvious, but right now that's fantastic. Listen, there's other things that are like Sofi and like Robinhood right now, but they're nowhere as advanced with technology and in the palm of the young generation. And that is what is so all-consuming right now about these two stocks, and why everyone, I'm going to be totally honest with you, should be buying. I cannot fundamentally, besides Palantir, Amazon, Tesla, you just your bread and butter stocks out there in the market that anyone who's in the market day to day would tell you to buy. These two stocks, so much meat is left on the bone that's coming here in the next years from what we could see mathematically. I cannot tell you enough to buy these freaking stocks and put them away and come back in a few years. You're going to be so happy you did that. Going right into Sofi here, I do think there's a real conversation that Sofi is headed for higher numbers this year. I'm going to be true and mean to myself here. I've said this before, I was expecting Sofi here to be at $30 by the summer. I said it publicly on my main channel. I am sorry, I'm about $8 short here. I really thought Sofi was going to be at a higher position at this point. I'm a little short here, but this quarterly is coming out here. Now, with this quarterly with Sofi that's coming out here essentially days away, this is going to be a quarterly that I don't know if they're going to break over $1 billion, but hey, we could be shocked. Robinhood did that not too long ago, where they just hey, here's $1 billion quarterly and some change. So Sofi, there's a real possibility they could do that. Sofi has had towards the end of last year, Sofi came out with a lot of partnership deals, a lot of things that they've been pushing into, and that have been compounding and allowing them to really, it's going to push their quarterlies, no doubt about it. So Robinhood is undoubtedly in this moment of quarterlies are just bam, bam. They are in such a growth stage right now. You are literally watching fundamentally this company grow up and rise right before you, and you have the availability to be a part of it. So I do think whatever waves come at the market, whatever waves come at Sofi here, undoubtedly this stock has all the chance in the world to end this year at $25, $30, $40, $50. I think those numbers are very realistic what could come this year, especially getting later into the year here with SoFi. As long as they keep coming out with these gnarly quarterlies that they've been producing here for 2-3 years now, and they keep getting heavier at this point. So SoFi is so close to producing $1 billion quarterly, so close, and that's going to be a great day. It's going to be, and once that happens too, a lot more people are going to push into SoFi. You're going to see bigger money come after SoFi. You're going to see SoFi really push into this new stage with investors. I mean, because then people are going to go, oh, okay, they're making $1 billion quarterlies now. Okay, well, I guess it's time to start buying. Listen, we've all got that buddy who doesn't start buying stocks until a company is producing a certain amount of money, and what I'm trying to say is some people don't mind spending crazy amounts of money on stocks as long as they're doing well. God bless them, we need them. So you have SoFi here that is undoubtedly just a growing, beautiful company, stock, everything. I mean, it could be any better. It just couldn't be any better. I mean, it could be better, but for what it is right now, it's amazing. It's an amazing situation to be a part of. Then over here, we've got Robinhood. Robinhood is really now pushing into the banking system. They've come out and said, hey, we're really pushing into wanting to be, just a groundbreaking bank. Okay, great, good, fantastic. Robinhood here, there's a lot of expectation with it. Robinhood here, not this quarterly, but the last one, they broke into $1 billion quarterly. Q1, a little short on the $1 billion there, but still, we're coming out with the second quarter of the year here, so we'll see where things head here. But still, undoubtedly, Robinhood is in this new moment of revenue, high revenue, growing a lot faster than what we anticipated. 2023 was a great year for Robinhood, but no one thought that this growth rate was going to speed up this much with Robinhood. But Robinhood as a company really spent the money in the right places, focused on the bread and butter of what they do, and really, I mean, it's been such a beautiful situation to watch unfold. So Q2 here, if Q2, and why I have these two different sets of numbers, if Q2 is another mouth-watering over $1 billion quarterly, undoubtedly Robinhood is more than likely going into this 115, 120, 25 position, more than likely, because it's pushing in hype, it's pushing in, people are freaking out that they're like, well, it's not going down, I got to be a part of it, I'm going to buy it. If more than likely, but still, there is a conversation that Robinhood, it could fall a little bit. It wouldn't be the worst thing. It's a little pricey right now for what it is, market cap wise and all that. So if they just come out with a normal quarterly here, under $1 billion, things, they just meet expectation, or even miss quarterlies here, I could see it trailing back down to $70-$90. Okay, great. Well, even if that happens, people are still going to buy it 100%, because Robinhood, one thing that we've learned at this point with this time and place in the market and everything right now economically with these two companies, is that they are on the right paths. Okay, and that's what you want to see when you're putting your money in companies, that they are on the right path for you as an investor to build a relationship with them. So friends, really what I'm trying to say is, if you're looking for two stocks to really push into the future, I really cannot suggest two better companies. I mean, Robinhood here, who has been focusing on this, really, they started as this, investing platform, and obviously, I think Robinhood is, I think it's fantastic. I love Robinhood. I started on Robinhood. I will always be on Robinhood. I think it's great for new investors, for mature investors, for older investors, whatever it be. And sure, a lot of people would argue with that. But if you got a Roth IRA, or you're building just learning how to build a portfolio, something like that, Robinhood's great. It's great. Listen, I know some people with ridiculous amounts of money on Robinhood. It's a great stock. Okay, great stock. Sure, they've done some things that I don't agree with over the years, but that's neither here nor there. SoFi, SoFi has been focused on a bank situation. Now, too, with SoFi, you can buy stocks through them with their app. You can download you can open an account with them, and it's amazing. I've said this to everybody: if you don't have a SoFi account, get a SoFi account. It's free. It's fantastic. It will change the way you think banking can be done. It's amazing. So, why I say all this is because these are things that are going to push these two companies into the future. We're living in a world right now where people just want what they want in their hand. People really don't go in person to buy cars anymore. They buy a car online. We're getting into a situation where people are like, why do I need to go to the bank to get a loan or do this stuff? Well, guess what? SoFi, you can download their app and you can apply for a loan. I mean, and this is what Robinhood's trying to push into, is them as a bank. So these are what these two companies are focusing on. When we have these other banks who are focusing on their brick and mortar customer service, in-person banking, these two companies are like, we're taking the AI software route, and it's paying off. It's paying off, especially with this newer generation who's like, well, can I just do this stuff on my computer or on my phone? I don't have time to go there, do all this stuff. It may sound crazy, but it's working. It is working. Friends, listen, I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I know this is, the kind of stuff I've repeated here, but I am still so blown away by these two stocks. I'm blown away that me as investors can be a part of what's going on over here with these two companies. I think obviously they are fundamentally, they are the next two big stocks, banks that will be going into the future, that will be life-changing for people. No doubt about it. Friends, take care of yourself. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.